Welcome, welcome. We are back. We're back in action. This is the Disney Dudes podcast coming at you with episode 27, the Thanksgiving special. My voice sounds like I'm like getting ready for like some kind of like, press conference for a like Monday Night Raw. Listen here, brother. We're going to bring The Undertaker. We're going to bring Kane. We're going to bring Triple H. And we're going to bring it, brother. No. Um, Taylor, how's it going, man? We haven't talked to you, haven't seen you. It's been weeks.
I
We
know. It's going. It is going.
Mm.
It's going.
Yeah, it's been a minute. It's been a hot minute. It's been
We've been
for a little,
busy. We've both been busy. With
yes.
life and just everything's gotten crazy, busy, stressful. Yeah.
So in terms of what my situation is, I'm kind of in my blue phase. I've been drawing a lot of how do I put it, like Campbell soup paintings. Um, my glasses, my circle glasses that look like Coke bottles have not come in. And I am thinking about going bleach blonde and putting a bowl on my head,
I don't.
spinning myself in a chair, and getting a haircut.
I can see it. Yeah.
Just call
Mostly
me Andy.
Warhol.
Andy, and Andy, as in like, what is Andy? What are you talking about? Andy Warhol.
It's, everybody wants to be a cat.
Meow meow meow. But no, for me in general, whenever you had episode 26, and that was, that premiere was a couple of weeks ago, and Lord knows y'all recorded that 3 weeks ago. I mean, we're going on the better part of a month. Next
Yeah.
week is Thanksgiving. Next week is Thanksgiving. It is almost 8 days away,
I know.
which is mind blowing. But the last episode that y'all did, I was under the weather, flu, didn't have a voice, sounded like, the Crypt Keeper, B. Arthur, the mother from throw Mama from the Train. Owen, please hand me my peanuts. Sure, Mama, here they are. Don't give me the salted ones. The salted ones make me choke. So yeah, my voice was gone, and I
Yeah.
still went to work, but I quarantined myself in my office. I met with students and with my job virtually. Yeah, it sucked. I hadn't had the flu since college, and I'd forgotten what it's like to like feel like a train, an absolute like dump truck
Yeah.
unloading on you, just dumping all that hot, steamy stuff on your chest. And it smells and it just makes you feel worthless,
Oh yeah.
like you have no worth,
Oh yeah.
you feel dirty,
Yes.
you feel like you just don't deserve, you know, your friend's attention, you
It's
know.
all right. I understand. I understand it completely. Um, I don't think you are dirty, Abbott. I love you for you being you.
I'm not dirty, not even with this black Andy Warhol poetry slam shirt that I'm wearing. Hey, man, let's get a beer. Just kidding. I am queer. No. So queer isn't like questioning or
Happy, happy,
what? Happy. Very just weird.
joyous.
Out of the ordinary, unique.
Yeah.
Unique. So but yeah, I do have some topics I wanted to jump into, but I mean tonight's episode is just trying to get it back together.
I
Just trying to
understand.
we're getting the band back together, trying to feel it out. It's been a little while. We
Yeah.
got
It,
a
it has.
squeaky wheel.
It really has.
WD-40.
It
So
really has.
tell me what's new with you.
Um, my wife and I are expecting.
I knew that.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
we are expecting our second little girl.
Amazing.
She will be here either on May the 4th. May the 4th be with you.
Yes.
Or Cinco de Mayo.
Crap. Feliz Navidad.
No, you're supposed to do the trumpet to the. You can't do it, I guess.
Yeah.
You sound like a gnat. That's what it sounded like because it kept cutting in and out.
Oh, I can't wait to go back and not edit this and annoy
Yeah.
myself in my car when I inflate our numbers by 1
Yeah,
in
So-
1 week.
that's number one. That's the main thing.
Mhm.
Work has been crazy.
Yeah.
Been kind of down the past 2 days because
Sure.
of the UVA shooting.
Yeah.
Prayers go out to the families of the football players that were killed and those that were shot, and just the entire university, everybody. As a former student athlete there, it hits home because I can't imagine a former player from previous years doing what the shooter did.
Yeah.
And I couldn't imagine losing teammates and friends. And
Yeah.
I mean, I walked and drove past the spot that it happened every day for 5 years up there. So it's kind of shaking me a little bit, but
Okay.
we're here to talk about Disney to
There you
boost
go.
the spirits up a little bit.
Turn it around. You
Yeah.
know, in this, life is fleeting, life is short. Live your best life, right? And
Exactly.
talk about things, surround yourself with people, things you love, things that make you whole and bring
Yeah.
joy to you.
Exactly.
There's a saying that my team's head coach says, and they have T-shirts made. And of course, anything that a coach that people love and praise,
Yeah.
they're going to make T-shirts out of it. You know, they make T-shirts out of everything. And there is a specific beat writer for the Gamecocks from the state newspaper in Columbia that said, just had all these asinine questions, and they were loaded questions trying to evoke like a negative response, trying to get his goat, so to speak. And in the press conference, he just said, I don't understand what your questions are, but find some joy, man. And you know what?
Yeah.
You know what? And Shane Beamer said, find some joy. And so it's hard to find joy in things that consume you,
Yeah.
and things that you hear, things that you see, and they're not trivial because your perspective is your reality.
Yeah.
But for me, I'm finding joy by recalibrating, refocusing, getting back into what I do best, which is I feel, doing this podcast because we have a lot of fun doing it. We put a lot into it. There's a lot of, well, not this episode, hardly any forethought went into this one. We just kind of jumped in, which is okay.
Yeah.
Which is like this is like we're like starting over. This is like season 2. This could be season 2 because we're like 6 months in.
That's true. Yeah.
This is our season 2 premiere. Whatever, unofficial. But I'm not going to write unofficial like I did the second episode. Really, episode 1, but episode 2 all confusing. I can't change it now. That crap's there. But find some joy. Do what you need to do. And I don't buy into all like, what makes you thankful? Let's take some time on Facebook every day and talk about one thing we're thankful for.
Yeah.
No, I don't need to profess from the mountaintops how I think and feel about everything every day of the week because I know what I'm thankful for. I'm grateful for what I have.
Yeah.
And who I'm with and my family. And I know I can speak for you in that sense. And I know you can easily piggyback and expound on that. But with Thanksgiving right around the corner, I think this episode couldn't have come at a better time.
Yeah.
So
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah. So that's why it is the Thanksgiving special, because we are especially giving thanks to what we have. So.
It doesn't matter. Come on.
No, we're not recording.
We're not recording. Come here.
No, we're not recording at all. We're just talking. This is like B-roll.
Come here. It doesn't matter. Put your arms like this. It doesn't matter.
It's like a FaceTime.
Oh,
Just lean your
come
head in. The head.
Just come here. Abby wants to say hi.
Hey,
Hi. Oh, hi. Who is that?
Caitlin.
Come here.
Hey, Caitlin.
Hi.
You can use a voice. Oh, there. Look at the top of your head. Hey, congratulations again. Yay. No, we're not recording. Totally not recording.
I know, but I'm not wearing a bra.
Okay.
There's Oh, you were recording. I cannot believe that.
For everybody that just saw the top of my head, my wife's top of her head, this is Caitlin, ladies and
Yes.
gentlemen. No, come here.
No.
Just you don't have to do anything. Just say hi.
Hi. You're so mean. I can't believe you told me that.
We're setting a
Come
new
here, look
record.
at Abbott real quick. He looks like he's. All right. Yeah. So
Oh my gosh.
yeah. So hey,
I
real
have
quick,
to- yeah,
the next episode.
please.
The next episode will be. Guess where?
Hmm?
The next episode that we shoot.
Sure.
Where is it going to be?
Are you seriously considering that location? Like, I'm just trying to think about how it's going to work. I mean, I can use my phone.
We can. I'll bring my computer.
Okay. I mean, I have my computer. I could easily, I'm not going to get there till Friday night, right?
Okay.
I'm not getting there. The conference starts Friday. M's getting there Thursday night.
We're getting
yeah,
there Thursday night.
Yeah, she's getting there Thursday night. I have to work Friday. I got to work. I know I have to because my oldest son, I'm the only person I can give up.
I got you. So
Yeah,
I'm only
yeah,
going to see you for a night.
You're leaving Saturday?
No, Sunday.
2 nights.
Okay.
I'm going to be there Friday.
2 nights.
Yes, Friday and Saturday. And but we'll talk about that more in depth. But yes, we're going to be shooting an episode live, not live, but
On
we'll record it
location together.
on location in North Carolina for the Grove Park Inn, Disney's Grove Park Inn. I mean the Omni Grove Park Inn,
Not Asheville, but Disneyville.
Disneyville, perfect, in North Carolina,
Yeah.
Western North Carolina.
Why haven't they made a Disneyville? Like they've made Disney World, Disneyland, not Disneyville.
See, why aren't you an Imagineer writing these
They could do
down
the
on like a
villains.
sticky note?
You could put the villains in Disneyville.
It's not a bad idea.
Just saying.
That's a decent idea.
And the mayor,
I-
the mayor of the town, Cruella DeVille.
What's happening right now? But what is this like mind blowing? I'm the Andy Warhol. I'm the creative one tonight.
I don't know.
All I can do is this sound that anybody else in the world can make as well. I contribute zilch to this stupid podcast.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I'm an absolute dud.
All right. So what are you thankful for at Disney World?
What am I thankful for at Disney World? Well, I'm thankful that my trip is coming up. And I keep thinking, I'm like, once December is here, I can officially say it's going to be the month after next, right? Because December is going to fly by. December is going to fly. November's, I mean, sweet Jesus, like we said before, Thanksgiving is next week.
Yeah.
Next week on Thursday.
Yeah.
And we have officially, now I'm not hesitant, but I'm a touch hesitant in general. Now, did you see the change? Did you see the news about the pricing, the surge pricing? I'm never going to go during these times. I'm never going to go the week of Christmas. I'm not going to go for New Year's. It's just out of the question for me and my schedule. But we have officially we're going to book the reservations right after Thanksgiving for next year. I told you about it. We were talking about it going for a week again because we had such a good time at Halloween last year.
Yeah.
We're doing that again next year. So next year in the fall, we're going to go from, because Halloween I think is on a Tuesday. It was on a Monday this year.
Yes.
So Halloween's going to be on a Tuesday next year. We're going to do Halloween then, and then I'm going to try and shoehorn in because I plan to do, Em and I plan to do, and even if I do it myself, a Run Disney race every year. Try to do it at least once a year, right?
Yeah.
It's tough to do. The Food and Wine Festival
Okay.
half marathon. You know,
Gotcha.
yeah, and anybody can do it. Doesn't matter if you're in a wheelchair, you're dragging knuckles, or your nickname's tripod like me in high school. You're dragging that thing. It's fine. You can walk it.
I didn't know you were in the journalism club.
I was. I was.
You're the photographer. Okay.
I was the photographer.
Yeah. Dragging your tripod around.
I got pictures of mainly the foreheads of, but all that said and done, you can laugh out loud so people can see a reaction.
I can't.
Oh, jerk. There's no innuendo here. There's no inference in this. It's a literal that. No imagining. But but we are going to go for that week. Emily's finalizing, and I'm thankful. I'm not thankful for this. No, I'm thankful. She gets to spend some time and some fellowship down there. She's going, right at the end of January for, I think they're doing 3 days, park
Yeah.
hopping and doing all that. I mean, it's going to be flying by the seat of your pants. And she knows the ins and outs, not like you and me, but compared to your average person
Right,
that hasn't been in 20 some odd years since they were a kid, she's going to know the ins and outs. She's
Right.
going with people that normally don't go, and it's not as big of a deal for them.
She'll be their tour guide.
Exactly, 100%.
Yeah.
So all that said and done, I'm just thankful for time off work, time with family, and the chance to hang out with you, talk for a little while,
Yeah.
and just kind of check in with what's going on with Disney.
Awesome.
What are you thankful for with Disney, man? Or what are you thankful for
Well,
Disney related?
I'm thankful for the possibility that the CEO might be out.
Well, that's what an analyst. They were analysts that can predict the future frequency of stock, so to speak. They're saying that, but what weight do they have? They're just business analysts.
Yeah, but the thing is, I'm holding out hope. I think that's another episode. Who would be the best person to replace him? That's just another episode down the road.
That's
But
good.
I'm thankful for that. I'm also thankful that Disney, being a DVC member,
Mhm.
if I was not a DVC member, I
Mhm.
could go to Disney anytime I wanted to. But because I'm a DVC member, I
Mhm.
can't go the weekend that I wanted to go in December.
Really? Is it blocked out?
There are no rooms. I was on a wait list, and
Oh wow.
we are not anymore on the wait list. That ended yesterday.
You were that far back on the wait list. They just
If you don't get a room within the month,
Yeah.
you have to. It's like a box you check, and
Oh,
we
wow.
checked it. So we're going to go in November. Caitlin and
Oh,
I
nice.
decided we're going to go in November of next year.
What are y'all doing a week in
We're
November
gonna-
next year?
We're going to do a week.
What do you know what week, or are you still kind of debating?
We don't know, but
Yeah.
the thing is, we've got 760 points.
Oh wow. Now
which
how does that
means
to me, how does that translate with that number of points?
3 weeks. We could go for 3 weeks
Oh wow.
and stay in a 2-bedroom.
Okay.
So a lot.
Would it be the Riviera? Or are you
Yes, it would probably be the Riviera.
Okay.
I didn't tell Caitlin this. I haven't told her. I'm not probably going to tell her. But
Mhm.
we bought more points. My mom and I bought more points, and so
Oh, wow.
we will have 500 points a year to go down and stay. So that
wow.
means, because with the growing family, we need more
Mhm.
space, we need more room,
Sure.
and so we're probably going to go away from doing 1-bedrooms,
Mhm.
or just do 2-bedroom or 2-bedroom suites. So yeah,
When you do it, not to get off topic, does it have a kitchenette in there? Does it have
yes,
because I know the DVC
it's
is
a full kitchen,
that's right.
it's a full kitchen, because like it has an oven, it has microwave, it has dishwasher, it has a big fridge. I mean, it's nice,
Mhm.
and it has a kitchen table and like a booth. Yeah,
It's pretty good.
yeah. So
And you have
That's-
Topolino, you have the same characters doing the same. That was a one-time thing. That was a
Yeah.
one-time thing. I mean, how often it just happened again. But it
It just
wasn't as bad
happened, exactly.
as it just happened. But it wasn't as bad as because I mean they were open. They staggered the opening.
yeah, I
They
know.
really didn't shut down like it did for when y'all were there.
Yeah, I know.
So yeah. And I did not predict this one. So I'm not 2 for 2 on Hurricanes and Disney.
No, you're not.
So,
But
only with you. Only when you go.
just me.
Yeah, only you.
So yeah,
just don't go in September.
yeah. I don't think we'll ever get back in September. I think we'll go back October, November, January.
Okay.
that time
Have
frame.
you done Christmas? Have you seen the Christmas decorations?
Yes.
You've seen all that? Okay. Okay.
We've done, and the reason we wanted to go this past time or this
Yeah.
time is because this is Wellesley's last birthday by herself.
Oh, true.
We turning 2, and what
Yep.
better way to celebrate Disney birthday than at Disney World?
Very cool.
But no, we've gone down there for Christmas. Gosh, I would say about 3-4 times.
Mhm.
Because you got to think, my birthday is December 26th. So when we go down there, we would go down there the day after Christmas. All the stuff would still be up.
When do they start taking it down after
New Year's,
Christmas?
I want to say.
Okay, because I know they have the marathon. The Run Disney Marathon is the weekend after, so it's a week later from Christmas.
Yeah.
They do it like it's right after New Year's. So yeah, like the 9th or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There won't be, up. Sorry.
Say it again.
The decorations will probably be down by then.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
But all that said and done, with being sick, trying to get back into it, motivation's back, motivation's here, and I would love to go. Man, I want to get back into doing this weekly. I may get back to that point. I'm not there yet. Just with the holidays coming up.
Well, let me ask you this: why can't? And I've thrown this out, but in the next week or in the next 3 weeks when we see each other, why can't that Saturday you and me we find a cheap plane ticket for Saturday? Get up at the crack of dawn.
Okay.
Fly down to Orlando. Go to Epcot. Fly back that night.
First question is, how high are you right now? How many bumps of cocaine are you on?
None.
An 8-ball?
None.
Because I had no experience. I don't know. I'm just asking. I mean,
I don't have any experience either. I'm just saying.
Okay, good. I mean, it's not an assumption, just based on what if we? Yeah, let's do. See, you're rubbing your nose. You just rubbed your nose, and then why do you keep rubbing your gums?
It's called
allergies. And then you're doing this thing with your gums. You're going, okay. Anyway, Andy Warhol would know.
Yeah,
Andy Warhol would know.
That's true.
Given all that, I mean that anything can happen, right? With Disney, dreams do come true. A dream is your heart. A dream is a wish your heart wants when you're fast asleep. So I sleep on the plane. I'm dreaming of being there. How long does it take to get to Orlando from Asheville? Hour, 45 minutes.
Yeah, like an hour,
give or take.
An hour and 20 minutes, maybe.
Not even that. At least maybe an hour. Because I flew from GSP to New Orleans. The last quick flight that I took, and this has been several years, was GSP, Granville Spartanburg to I can't whatever the major international airport is in New Orleans for a work conference.
Yeah.
And that took an hour and a half, hour and 15 minutes. It was nothing. Yeah, it was nothing.
Yeah.
Because I blew up there and then point back down.
Here. It would be, you're right. It would only be an hour.
It would only be an hour. It's nothing. But I'm just going to predict what Emily is going to say, and that's going to be over my white ass.
1 hour and 13 minutes.
See? Yeah. And but at the same time, you got to think about TSA. How early do you have to get up?
What you have to do is get a pre-check, TSA pre-check.
I don't have enough time. I don't fly enough for that. I know it's domestic.
You pay, I think you pay like $20 extra and you get a TSA pre-check.
Okay. Well, how much are flights? So let's look. While you're looking that up, I guarantee. Now, one benefit for me, if that's something I could pull off, let's say hypothetically, right? I don't have my kids with me. My parents, they're not going to be there. It's just me and them, right, for the weekend at Grove Park.
Wellesley will be with us.
How in the hell are you going to spend that? How are you going to sell that? Putting Wellesley on a plane. Has you ever been on a plane?
No.
Do you want to continue digging this hole that we call a trip?
All right.
And then-
So the 9th, or no, the 10th. No, not
Yeah.
the 9th. The 10th.
Yeah.
Come back the 10th. There we go. For two adults,
Mhm.
infant on lap.
I bet it's expensive, especially the closer it is.
How much do you think?
It used to be during the pandemic, even pre-pandemic, it was one way, $45. At one point, $50 one way. So I'm thinking at least 175, 200 round trip per. So you're looking at 4 to 5, probably 475 per two. I'm on the money, right?
I don't know. It's loading right now.
Oh, I thought you're like, how in the world? You're blowing my mind.
Hmm.
I mean,
Oh
it's
my-
okay.
We
How much?
heck.
Is it not loading?
No, it's loading. Oh, no, that's not a bad one right there.
How much?
Per adult,
Uh huh.
flying American Airlines. That's a problem right there. Number one,
Oh God.
expensive.
You guys-
$426 per person. You leave at 7 a.m. You get there at 12. Oh, you got to stop at Charlotte for 5 hours. Never mind. Oh, my. What the absolute heck? All right, I'm going to a different one.
You now this is just for future reference. You know, Hall of Famer of the podcast, Ryland, Captain James Ryland
Yes.
Bain. Ryland is getting his pilot's license. He's in the midst of getting his pilot's license down in Charleston. Now he's actually in Florida as we speak for the latest SpaceX Artemis
Really?
launch, which is happening tomorrow. He drove down. He sent me a message, put it on Twitter, and I made a joke like, "Hey man, you forgot to pick me up in Sparkle City," and he just gave me a middle finger and said, "I'm already in Georgia, asshole." So he goes straight to Cape Canaveral, or what? How much? What?
Hold on a second.
No, you're fine.
Oh my gosh.
What? What? What?
If we were to go Friday night,
Uh huh.
come back Saturday,
Yes, that evening. Fi 50
$54 a person,
one way.
round trip.
That's round trip. I thought it
Round
from Asheville.
from Asheville.
You know, and getting a reservation for the parks.
That would be easy.
Okay, what am I? I'm a Disney dude for crying out loud. Why am I questioning that?
You could use Kate. Listen,
What?
you could say you're Caitlin. Use her magic band.
Uh huh.
She's an annual pass holder. I am too.
Okay. I am attractive. And if I wear this, would that go? Would that help? If I wore this Spirit
It
jersey,
might.
would
it
that actually
really
go a
might.
long way?
It might.
Yeah. If I broach, I mean, how do I broach this topic with Emily? Hey, remember that weekend that you and I were like gonna, with the kid when the kids aren't here?
For
What?
three for me, you, and Wellesley.
Yes.
Altogether, $144 round trip.
Round trip, all three,
All
package deal.
package deal.
And you can't take Wellesley to Epcot. Would you go to Epcot? Because I know my thing. Because they had the holiday overlay at Cosmic Rewind. That's your big ticket. That's your big ticket because of the new holiday overlay. Are you going to take so Wellesley rode Cosmic Rewind?
I'll put
Here, honey,
put her on some stilts,
hang on.
and she'll
Hold on. Hang out with this total stranger with this Andy Warhol sweatshirt on. I'll be right back.
go like this. She'll go like this. Her eyes after Cosmic Rewind.
Is your baby having a seizure, or your daughter not?
No,
Maybe she's not a
no,
baby.
no, not at all. No.
No. Is she concussed with the Holy Spirit?
Yes.
with the Holy Spirit.
That's it. Yeah.
Praise be. Praise be. So anyway, I was thinking dinner reservations for Friday night in Asheville.
Space 220.
Space 2. That's true. Oh, touche. Oh, touche.
Hey, we need
I
to
would text
we
Emily.
need to do a group chat. And just I'll say, all right, Abbott, I've looked up
Get-
prices.
Guess who ruins the group chat? Can I tell you one thing? Guess who ruins it?
Who?
Because Emily has a Samsung. Emily does not have an iPhone. I know she won't. She would not. I cannot get her to budge.
Is she a commie?
That's- Is she Red China? Yes.
Jeez.
Is she a fan of Winnie the Pooh? 110%. President Ping. If you mention at all, because a buddy of mine lives in China right now that teaches at teaches English at a university,
Mm-hmm.
and he actually married a Chinese girl and never came back. So he might as well just be part of the red regime, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, she would ruin that. But no, she doesn't ruin anything. I mean, she's great. I love her. It's not like she's an anchor like my children when I want to do things on my own. Strip clubs, things like that. I mean, I didn't say that out loud. No. That's my strip club. Yeah, work it, girl. I think I brought this up to Emily, and she just laughed me out of the room. And her thing is, this is her point of contention. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Abbott, you're just jealous that I get to do something before you. God forbid I ride Cosmic Rewind before you. It's not like you're not going at the end of February and we're going to spend I'm like, bitch, listen up. It was your idea and this was your little side project the whole time. You didn't bring it to my attention until after the fact, and you hung out with your friends and got coffee and said, hey, why don't we think of the most expensive trip we could split down, 3 ways? Yeah. $1,000 per person. That sounds like a great trip for like 2 people. I could do it for $300. I could do it for $300 because guess what? There are countries around the world, and you know that around Thanksgiving and around that time, they're going to have Thanksgiving themed foods and specials around the World Showcase. So, and I don't get to experience it. I'm sorry, you're the optimist. I'm the what in the so
$53.
how? And even on a Saturday.
$53.
Or Friday night. I don't get that. How is that so cheap?
So $50 if we leave Friday night and come back Saturday night.
Is this and the more we talk about this, the more we're going deeper and really considering this. And pardon my French, I don't give a shit at this point.
Do we need a babysitter?
It's fine.
Do we need a babysitter?
I mean, how do you pull that off?
My mom will volunteer. I already know.
Oh, come on.
I'm dead serious. She wants to go to Disney bad again.
Okay.
She doesn't ride Cosmic Rewind.
She didn't ride? Oh, because she was watching Wellesley.
Yes.
So I would be watching Wellesley while you and your mom would.
She doesn't want to do Cosmic Rewind.
Oh, she doesn't want to do it. Oh,
No.
I thought you meant I have to spend this to Emily. I have to spend. You don't understand. And she's not a naysayer. She wants me to do fun things. But it's just she would just go, this is the most ridiculous. And yet again, I go back to this point of contention where she says, oh my gosh, you just can't stand it. I'm going in January. Abbott, we're going in February. Oh God, what now? What? It just went up by $200
For 4 people.
Uh-huh.
You, me,
Uh-huh.
my mom, and Wellesley.
Sure.
$168 together.
What is this airline? Is this like
Allegiant Air.
is it a slingshot that just shoots you up into the sky and you sign a waiver and wherever you
Oh
land,
my-
assuming?
I'm gonna tell you, like that's not bad.
All right, you heard it
Let
here
me show you.
first.
And let me show you. This
Okay.
is what kayak.com says.
Yes. Our advice. They're always going to say that. Who gives a crap? Buy, sell.
You wouldn't have to worry about luggage.
It's true. Yeah, I'd take some brown pants because I would ride one of those rides, you know. I think we may have done a whole episode dedicated to brown pants rides.
Yeah, true.
And actually, we reached a new audience from that one episode. A whole new country.
Which
You ever
country?
heard of it? You ever heard the city of Perth? Do you know where Perth is?
Yes, Australia.
Well, Western Australia. We have downloads and we have a new subscription in Perth, Australia. Yes, Australia.
I have a buddy
Yep.
from chiropractic school that is from Perth.
Yes. Oh, that could be. I don't know. You tell me.
Yeah.
That could be. But I mean, we've hit New Zealand and Australia. You're staring off.
Yeah, I'm staring off. I'm watching one of our neighbors let his dog pee in our flower bed. That's what I'm thankful for. My neighbors.
Your neighbors. Are y'all good buddies? Do y'all hang out on the weekends?
I've only
Break
seen
bread.
him talk to him once.
Is he like my neighbor across the street? Because I have two neighbors. My neighbors, if I'm facing up
He's a
front of my
nice.
house,
He's a nice guy. But he just lets his dog pee in our flower beds.
well, that makes him
Or
an
nothing
asshole.
grows.
He's gaslighting you.
Yeah.
He's a passive aggressive, condescending, but through actions, not words. My neighbor next, I live on a corner. I mean, you've been to my house before.
Yes.
My neighbor on the corner, like next to me, huge Gamecock fan. All of his kids are grown. His youngest daughter is like a senior, sophomore at college of Charleston, whatever. All he does, he's a contractor. He's semi-retired, just does, I mean, his house is paid for, whatever. He just hangs out. He listens to Bob Marley. It's the most random array of whatever music. And before we moved in, he's like, hey, man, he's just a good old boy. Hey, man, I play some music in the back. I'm a huge Gamecock. I don't know what your Tiger, if you're whatever your affiliation, but I like my cocks. I like my cocks, and I just play music in the back, and I'm just drinking beer. I'm not hurting anybody. I'm not hurting no one. I'm like, you're living my dream. You're doing A, Gamecock.
You were
B,
what I want to be when I grow up.
exactly. You're exactly what I want to be when I grow up. And so all that said and done, he's the most low maintenance. So Mason and I will go in the backyard, I'll pitch to him, and he wants to pretend to be the Braves, and I'm always the Yankees or the Nationals. No one likes the Nationals, or the Capitals, especially the Capitals in hockey. I'm kidding.
They
But
suck right now. So I mean, yeah.
Well, Panthers, hi, Gamecocks, hi. But no, Mason will hit the ball over the fence, and randomly that ball just come like an hour later. I've been grilling out. I just see like the ball just drop slowly but surely. That guy will just toss it back. He's the most laid back. He's so cool. It's just he doesn't bother me. But my neighbor across the street, right after we moved in, and they bought the house like maybe 3-4 months before our house was finally built and we moved in. And we moved in next month will be 3 years. We've been living here, right? And he's around my age, give or take. They don't have kids, and that's okay. Your choice, your preference. Don't judge. But it's the way they go about. I would think that Midwesterners, especially people that are from Iowa or Iowans, I guess, are salt of the earth, blue collar, meat and potatoes. No, this guy is cut from the cloth of Jeffrey Dahmer, because when we first moved in, And I look out my front door. It's like 6 o'clock in the morning. It's like pitch black dark, and none of the lights were on in my house. So you can see everything outside, right? With a street light on the corner. And I look across the street, and this guy has this light, this front porch light on behind him. So it only casts like a silhouette of himself. And he's standing there like an absolute flipping creep with his hands on his hips, his legs spaced out like a V with like 3 feet apart. And he's just standing there. It looks like he's staring straight across right at me. And he can see me in my gray sweatpants, holler, in my white t-shirt, right? And I'm like, what in the world? And that just kind of that, but I mean, you can't judge a book by its cover, right? And so as time went on, 6 months, whatever, they keep to themselves. And so Em and I like to be social. Emily's more social. I'm an introverted extrovert. I don't know if you know that about me. I'm serious. I'm extroverted to a T. But when I'm done, I'm done. I'm not like Emily. She's go, go, go. The more the merrier. I like a handful of people. And when I'm done, I'm out. I like my downtime. I like my me time. This guy, even if I'm going walking with Bray and we'll take walks in the neighborhood, or if I go running,
Yeah.
I have to run by his house to go up the hill to go to the rail trail that
Yeah.
walking.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll wave to him, like just signal, hey, just be nice. And his wife, I mean, she's an absolute just sociopath within her own right. Because I mean, I don't know if she's going to be t-shirt off with just a sports bra. And certain women can wear a sports bra, and certain women should not. I'll let you choose which one she fits into.
He's probably the one not.
10,000%. And so she changes her hair color based on the season, right? So in the autumn, her hair is red, brownish. Winter, it's more dark brown. Little light and purple highlights. I've just noticed because I've lived here for 3 years.
Highlights?
Yes. Spring.
Did you know Caitlin has told me this?
What?
Mental illness is something that we should not joke about.
Say it again.
Mental illness is something that we should not joke about. However, if a person changes their hair color, there's research about it. They change their hair color to something that's not natural: pink, blue, purple, lavender, green, yellow, lime green, or lime yellow, highlight yellow. They have a mental illness. Hot take.
You really put that out there.
Yes. And so Caitlin and I will look, like whenever we go somewhere and somebody passes us and they have different colored hair, we turn to each other and we're like,
mental illness.
Yeah.
And do you go up to that said person and go, how do you cope with your mental illness?
No, I don't.
Okay. Are you regulated on your benzodiazepines? Do you ever say that to them?
No.
Your SSRIs, your selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors, are you up to code on those? Because you have to.
Do you have enough? Would you like some more?
Okay. Do you want the red pill or the red pill or the blue pill? No, but it's not her. Now the dog's taking a shit. Is the dog taking a shit in your
No.
But this woman, and she's given me like the half wave, like side eye kind of thing. And it's like I'm bothering her.
I understand.
And I don't say a word. And then finally, I was coming down the hill, and it's a little bit of a steep hill. And he'll always kind of wave and they'll walk their dogs, but he walks like he's got a stick up his ass. I don't know if he had like scoliosis and he had like a back brace for a number of years, and he just walks like just his back it's a weird walk.
Some people walk like that because their back hurts them, and that's when they need to see a chiropractor. East Coast Sleep Chiropractic in Blackstone. No,
yeah, exactly.
But yeah, no, that's weird.
That's okay. But no, he finally actually said, I was running down the hill, and I know we're kind of going off on a tangent here. We'll rein it in. I don't help. But I'm running down the hill, and it's August, but I'm accustomed to the South. You're from Virginia. It gets hot in Virginia. I've been in
Yeah.
Virginia. I mean, I wouldn't go to your area, you know, but I've been. You're like, why would you? I mean, I'm from Sumter. I mean, it takes one to know one. But
Where Sumter compared? Where's Dorchester?
that's Charleston. That's right next to Charleston.
One of the guys from UVA was from there.
Yeah, another one right outside Charlotte.
Hmm.
I saw that. Yeah, he was from Dorchester County, Woodland High School.
Yeah.
Or what? Yeah, yeah.
Right.
I've never.
Go back.
I used, but anyway, I worked in Dorchester too when I was a teacher initially. Yeah, so yeah, it's North Charleston. Part of North Charleston is in Dorchester County
Wow.
because there's D2 and D4. D4 is the big one. D2 is the small one. I worked at it was Fort Dorchester High School.
Okay.
You ever heard of that one?
No.
Yeah, but it's a 5A school. They're pretty good in football in South
Oh,
Carolina.
wow.
Yeah. Anyway, but I'm coming down the hill, and I'll wrap it up quickly. Emily says, "Come on, cue it in, rein it in." Well, you're not Emily, so I can talk. I'm going down the hill, and I'm like just gunning it, right? Because it's a hill, and gravity's on my side, and so I'm able to like decrease my average pace because I
Yeah.
go downhill. And I'm going down, and I'm just huffing and puffing. I'm pouring sweat, but I'm accustomed to the heat because I'm from the armpit of South Carolina.
Yeah.
Right. And he goes, and he just like, and he picked the absolute worst time to try and stop me, but I'm just full on sprint down the hill, and I was doing a 3-mile run, and I'm done. I'm tired. August, hot, humid, and he goes, and I just kind of like put my hand up like that, like I normally do, not to say anything because I'm breathing and I'm not going to talk because talking takes up extra oxygen that I'm
Yeah.
trying to breathe and run.
Yeah.
He goes, "Hey man, oh, I don't know how you do it. How do you run in heat like this?" And I was like, "I'm from South Carolina," and I just kept running. So at least he made an effort to like say
And
something.
you blew him off.
No, you have to read the room. He was the dick because he sees me huffing and puffing, like dying, running down a hill. I'm full sprint down a hill.
That's not being a dick. He was trying to give you some like air. He was trying to give you some time to relax and breathe.
So you wait till I'm done and let me walk towards you. If you signal to me and you point to your yard for me to come back,
I didn't know you were a
I'll-
dog. Here, now.
or just, you know, that kind of thing. Hey, I've got an upside down pineapple on my front door. I'm ready. But no,
You said he's like Dahmer.
110%. He's got the same build, the same hair, everything. But when I went and voted in this past election, he was one of the poll workers.
Oh, yes.
And so I walk in, and he's across the room, across the gymnasium at the church that I went to go vote in my neighborhood. And I mean, I didn't pay any mind to him because I was in a hurry. I spent my lunch break. And so I go and I sign in. There was no one in front of me. I do my ballot and I vote my straight ticket Republican. And I go back and I go back. Red wave. No, I'm kidding. And I go back over, and anywhere I turn, he was like the opposite side of the room. And I just noticed it. And it just seemed a little too convenient for him to be
Like very
cross
Hannibal Lecter,
exactly.
Dahmer, like Michael Myers. Like
Yes. He's not Clarice. Yes. I'm not fapping in my brain. I'm just literally. I had a speech impediment. So I get very cold, and regardless of the time of day, I'm shivering. So, and finally, when I went to go turn in my ballot, did I mention I'm not good with the rhythm and cadence?
we have gone off the rails tonight.
This is the worst episode yet. This is definitely beginning of season 2. But I go back, and as I'm walking out, and I did signal to him, like because he was across the gym like 40 feet away, like a good distance, right? And I just kind of went, nodded my head, like just acknowledged him. And then as I get my sticker, I voted SC, and I was going to put on my shirt, I hear this, and he walk pretty fast to make up because I didn't see it happen. Because I'm not going to stare at people as they walk across a room. I'm standing there and then I turn around and he's behind the table where I checked in, and it's near the exit / entrance. One entrance / exit. Two men enter, one man leave. And I'm standing there, and all I hear, I'm walking out. And I hear this. Hey, how many trick or treaters did you have? And I go, what? And I didn't, because I never heard his voice really. I forgot what he sounded like. He sounds like a combination of Kermit the Frog and
Are there so many?
he just kind of went, how many trick or treaters did you have? And something like that. And I didn't know if he had like some like film in his throat or something. It threw me off. I was like, but I'm not gonna be rude. And I went, I didn't know who it was. And I went, and I didn't know if it was for me, but I went, I said, oh, and I just looked, and it was him behind the table, and he had his hand had his hand on his hip, and leaning, and he went, and I said, oh, I'm sorry, what, oh, did you? I was, oh, what's up, man? I'm sorry. Can you say that again? I didn't hear you. He goes, yeah, how did it's you? You seem to have a lot of trick or treaters at your house. We had a lot as well because they have some decent decorations. You seem to have some. And I was like, oh yeah. I said, how many do you think you had? And I went, I mean, to tell you, between your house and mine, I said, Lord knows that was our first real Halloween of the house since, post pandemic that everybody went out. And so I'll tell you, I said, man, the kids really compensated, and we weren't the house with the big chocolate, like the king size candy bars, because the kids let me know that my candy stunk. And I made that joke, and he went, well, I'm sure you had more than us. And I said, well, it's not a competition, but it could be. Hey, next time we'll get ourselves a couple clickers and we'll keep track. He goes, I don't know. I think you'll win. I was like, in that point, I knew I had gone way too deep with talking to this absolute creep and a half. And I'm sure he's standing right at my front door right now. Hey, how are you?
He's right behind you. He's right behind you.
That's fine. If he wanted to side saddle and do his own Kermit T. Frog impressions, that's fine.
Oh,
that's fine.
Kermit T. Frog.
Kermit T. Frog here.
We have a gentleman in church that sings like Kermit the Frog.
He has one song.
Well, when he sings, he's a bass, but he sings why and every time he starts to sing a solo, you're not supposed to do this. It's not good at church etiquette, but
I understand.
I sit on the back row, and so I pull out my phone and I scroll to YouTube, and I press the Rainbow Connection song. There's no music to it. The volume is down completely, and I turn it sideways so that everybody on my row can see. And I do this right here, and I go,
the lovers, the dreamers, and me. There's one guy at our church, and how big is
he too? Which is weird.
His wife is what? Is the same? Has the same voice?
No, reminds me of Miss Piggy, but yeah, that's neither here nor there.
Oh, I can't do a Miss Piggy. Oh, Kirby, I love you. I go about right to Kermit. No, I'll leave you with this one. How big is your church? Is it pretty big? Is it decent sized? Small, very small.
I'd say about 100, maybe.
That's small. That is a small church. Our parish, sorry, our congregation, but our parish is. We have maybe 200. I mean, we're St. Paul's. It's pretty big. It's a big church, and so we're there. And there's one guy. He's an usher, and I never heard him talk until during the pandemic, and he did some of the readings. And he puts the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable. Well, that's exactly how he talks. And during church, we're watching, and I remember going man, and when we go back to church and whenever that's going to be, this is going to suck. I'm not going to be able to keep a straight face. This guy sucks. He's so nice. He's an older gentleman. He's there every Sunday. He's the greeter. And I guess you got to throw a dog a bone every now and then, because he did the reading this past Sunday, and we didn't go the Sunday before because Emily had to work that weekend. She's got to work once every 5 6, like primary care. I think you might know what that has to do. And so we go last weekend, and he was greeting us, and his pants never fit right. One pant leg is too long, one is too short.
You need to see a chiropractor.
Yeah, see, there you go. Make it about yourself. This is my story. But I didn't see him at first because he's a little guy. He's like 5'1", 5'2", tiny guy. And he was in the pulpit's not that high, but he was sitting behind it. But of course, the pulpit is, raised. And then I was like Mason was, all the kids sitting between me and him. And we got there just in time before the first reading because, we live like 5 minutes from there, and it takes us forever to get there.
I understand, yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Logistics and
Children,
anchors. No fun.
Yeah, no.
Find some joy with my kids. Maybe not. Just kidding. I love them. But we're sitting there, and I look over at him, and I was like trying to find the right, I was trying to find the reading in the book in our in our church book, in our missal.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at the missal, and I just hear this. Some days first reading, and I didn't even look at him. I just knew because she would just got done like whispering something to me, but her head never turned, and so I do this. And I did not do this voluntarily. I literally went, I like twitched, and Em looked at me, and she covered her face and just started crying, and she felt the Holy Spirit. And he did the first reading and the second reading and did the announcements at the end of church, because normally the priest, Father Dave, does that, but apparently he chose to torture the parish by going, and the youth group this evening will, and I'm not joking. You can go back and look in past recordings, and I'll send you one. Actually, last Sunday,
Please do.
It is pure torture. It is entertainment for you, I can tell. It is pure freaking. The guy's so nice, but
Please do.
I hate my life you get nothing from church. You can't sit, and we don't have a crying room. We have a narthex, which is a big open area.
Yeah.
And these and Emily died laughing after church. She goes, "Ugh, if those freaking covens and sister wives would actually control their children and not let them run around." This one kid, she was like, the mother was sitting on the floor and looking through the window and trying to explain. It's like a 2-year-old kid. The 2-year-old kid looks at her and goes, "No," kicks her in the stomach. And it's a tiny kid. And it looked like he barely kicked her. And she went, "Oh, oh." And she laid there like a Family Guy character for at least 10 seconds. And I look at Emily and like, what the fuck? What's happening? Sorry, whoops. Ooh, wordy dirt slip. I look at Emily going, what is going on? Yet again, just that twitch. And then you got that guy going, ha, ha, ha. You just can't win. You just want to enjoy church. That's all I want. And I love church. I love I love the message. I love it. If anything, even if I wasn't like, even if I didn't believe in the Lord Jesus Christ and blah, 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 and didn't practice, the 7 sacraments and all that kind of stuff, at least it gives me some reprieve and some kind of like quiet time, and I can like find some balance and find some joy. No, sorry. We took a left turn there. There's church.
It's all right.
But
I know you're thankful. I'm gonna invite that guy to come to Disney World with us. He can chaperone Wellesley.
That guy is going to curse like a sailor when he gets excited, I guarantee. Holy, you're going to be there because the line will be like a 5 minute, like a walk on. And the time that it takes for him to express his joy and jubilation for said experience and gratitude for you bringing him to said park, it's going to be park closing. And you will have died by the time that he is done explaining how he feels, because literally he cannot finish a sentence within 5 minutes.
Yeah, you got to send me that.
It's pure torture.
You got to send me the link.
It is pure torture. It's the worst. And we may just find it right now. I'm just going to hold it up to the phone. It is the worst. Jean Ralphio, the worst. It is the worst. So if I go to Facebook and I type in St. Paul's, thank goodness I paid my internet bill this time, St. Paul's Apostle Church, and we go to videos and we live stream Mass from, was live. Let's make sure this was the one because I can fast forward. I assume this was this past. Oh, it's him. Are you ready?
Yeah.
They're zooming in for like dramatic effect. He did the announcements. Here are the announcements, okay? Hold on. Ready? Here it comes. Can you hear it? Hold on. Here it comes. See how long it takes him to talk? Oh my gosh, I think he's dead at the pulpit. Say something. Here, let me fast forward.
Is this him right here? Abbott.
That's 110% him. Here, I got it. He can't. Oh, he's turning the mic slowly. Here it comes. You ready? So on volume's all the way up. See what I'm telling you? He turns the mic towards his mouth. And then he breathes real heavy. And he breathes in. You can hear every breath. He's nervous. Why are you nervous? Because you're going to waste everybody's time.
Welcome to the Mass. Welcome to the Mass for the 33rd Sunday in Ordinary Time.
I told you. It's
We
torture.
extend a warm welcome to all our visitors. Our readings for this Mass begin on page 259.
So,
Narrative Missal. Our pastor, I should say, our celebrant for the Mass is our pastor,
I'm seizing.
Father David Whitman. Assisting at the altar at this Mass will be Deacon George Wilson.
Oh,
The annual Spartanburg Community Thanksgiving Service.
I can't do it. I'm done. I told you. Was I wrong or was I right or was I right?
Who laughed at this?
Everybody in church, because even a woman saw me
This guy
do
right
this.
here. This guy right here. Just he put the laughing emoji.
Oh my gosh! I know I'm not the only one, and now he's on the internet being put on blast.
Somebody else put. Oh, here's another one.
Oh no! You know, you found pure gold. That's a whole TikTok account right there. Just one.
I'm saying it to myself. Thank you.
Please. You're welcome for me putting the share to video. Oh no. Yep. Oh my god. Because there is a woman in the row behind us, and I thought she was looking at us because my kids are being jerks or making noise. Not even close. She saw Emily do this, look at me and go, and she saw me go like twitch, like not. I wouldn't go in like full on like twitch mode. I was kind of going because I like went. I stared down and I went, and I went, and then I noticed this woman like looking in our general direction, and I just happened to like kind of look over. Not, I wasn't trying to like draw attention, but she had her hands in her face, and she's like, she's laughing. She's trying to contain her laugh, just like you are right now. I'm telling you, we were not the only ones. So yeah, that's church. So imagine going to church there.
Well, hey, I only have 8% battery left.
Okay. Oh, this is your phone. So anyway, based on all that, there really is no Thanksgiving at the point of this episode, in my opinion, and what I found is that there is no Thanksgiving at Disney.
It goes
They
straight
have
from Halloween to Christmas.
Exactly. And that's the end of the episode. You're welcome for wasting your time. This has been Father, I should say, parishioner. I voted for Henry McMahon. So, yes. I'm gonna consider said idea. Do I see it happening? Likelihood, probably not.
5%. 5%.
5%. What is your phone percentage? What is your phone percentage right now?
8%.
8%. So maybe 8%. Let's just be optimistic and say 8%.
Let's do 8%.
So the odds are in our favor if it's on a scale of 1 to 10. But
let's do all right. 8%. I'm going to talk to Caitlin. I'm gonna talk to my mom tomorrow first while at work, and then I'm gonna talk to Caitlin, and there you go.
What do you predict Caitlin's going to say? Just
I
off the.
can't say what she's gonna say on
Okay.
air.
She gonna. Okay, I take it back. Yeah.
Are you?
What in the? Are you kidding me? I'll rip your face off.
You know, what's Linda Blair?
Yes.
From Exorcist.
Exorcist. Yeah, Exorcist. Yeah.
Only thing she's missing is the pea soup.
You heard it here, folks. Endorsement for marriage. Endorsement for marriage.
No, I'm just joking.
Going down the stairs with. I don't know what that is. But I will broach the subject. Emily's terrible about getting back in touch with me while she's working. That's lame because I'm her husband. I'm not a patient. I'm her husband. I take precedence,
That's what I
So-
say.
Thank you. Even if I walk in the door, red
Caitlin tried
carpet.
to call me twice today, and she called me twice, and I had my phone on me, but I was seeing 2 patients, and I went like this, and just ignored the call twice, and she called the office number and said, "Well, you can text me, but you can't pick up." Yeah,
That's the point of texting.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening. That's, emojis. Emojis go a long way. A thumbs up. So in my relationship, it's either an eggplant, a peach, raindrops, maybe a cloud, a snail, chicken,
milk.
milk, a baby with a Ghostbuster symbol beside it, and a tongue, a nose, an ear. These are things with holes. And then like another peach. So, and like 10 more eggplants. For real.
I'm gonna pray for you tonight.
Please. Please.
All right.
I keep, yeah. So that being said, there is no Thanksgiving at Disney. We've ruined your night. Stop listening to this podcast. No, yeah, I think we've exhausted all options at this point, but this was a good one. This
Yeah.
was a good one. And just like Once Upon a Veteran said, he gave us a huge shout out. If you just take the time to either watch it, don't watch it to it, don't watch it to it, listen to it. Crap. Just listen to it. And it's not that I enjoy the sound of my own voice. I hate the sound of my own voice in my car, in the speakers in my house, whatever. But honestly, it's actually kind of funny to go back and listen to it because there's actually something there. You
Yeah.
know? You know, we're getting some good feedback. So anyway, even though we are Mr. Worldwide, Miami-Dade County, Bulldog, you know, because we are everywhere. We're basically Misters of Worldwide. I don't even know what I'm saying. You know, wish I could cue like some kind of Bulldog song right now. And his name Bulldog.
Isn't
Is it
Georgia has the Bulldogs? University of Georgia
No,
Bulldogs.
it's Bulldog. No, it's Bulldog, Mr. Worldwide.
Pitbull.
Pitbull, not Bulldog. Crap. Shit. Okay. So I'm done.
I'm
Assuming you're done.
yeah.
You were done 30 minutes ago, and I started going, yeah, yeah, yeah. So can you imagine him going, hi, yeah?
You should play that one Sunday. Just have it. Oh, dude, you need to have a speaker, portable speaker, up underneath or somewhere random, and press it from your phone. Oh yeah, when he starts talking, and everybody will think it's him.
Hi, yeah. I can't do it.
Get Mason. I'll talk to Mason. Mason's my boy. I'll talk to him. He'll do it.
Okay. Yeah, he would do anything. If he, because he knows exactly, he just thinks the sound is, because where did he learn that sound?
His cousin.
Disney.
Yeah.
In line for Space Mountain. He heard from his cousin that's at the time was, yeah, he's still 12. No, at the time was 11. Heard the hi. So yeah. All that said and done, when you start making that sound, you're laughing at it because you might be done. You might be done.
Oh gosh. Well, for Disney, do Taylor.
And Disney did have it. Sticking a fork in it.
We'll see you next episode.
Yeah, hopefully. Later.
See ya.
See ya.